Hi, folks, we're back. So we're back, and we're going to go straight to our first caller. We've got Scott, Safety Harbor. Scott, I haven't heard from you in a while. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fantastic, Basil, and you haven't heard from me because I've been digging in so deeply on VMC. Last time we spoke, I put a buy call in on it. It was 126.50. It turned around probably 2 days later, and I got cashed out 3 times on the way up to 121.
Yeah.
And then I caught the rhythm, and I just started. I know it's an expensive stock for a lot of people, so it's difficult, but, I'm buying a lot of it, up to 3,000 and 4,000 shares. So I am just, I am either the luckiest person. I'm going to say blessed, because I have to just give credit where credit's due. I'm the dumbest stock trader there is as far as the technicals and everything else, but I have a system, and it's worked. I hate to say it, but 100% of the time. From way back when we used to talk about Alcoa to X to CX to others, it's just worked for me. When I pick Quale, and I have a few parameters that I use, and it's it's
so
worked.
Are you still going in and out?
I feel as though that people keep focusing on the Dow all the time, when it's really the individual horse, the individual company. There is some fundamentals involved in how at least people perceive that company, and it was perceived well as an infrastructure play, and that's what I've been doing.
So, okay, Scott, I wanted to ask, are you still going, short-term trading, intraday trading or short-term trading?
Well, not really on VMC. I was keeping it up to 3-4 days at a time, but I put tight stops in. And, on that particular stock, when I got in at the 126 level, I'm doing 1,000 shares, so I'm getting cashed out at $1 every time, so it's only costing me $1,000.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay. So let me just go through a couple of things, because VMC, I have not looked at Vulcan. This is very interesting. I haven't looked at Vulcan Materials for for ages. It used to be one of the stocks that was on my list all the time. I would say used to. I'm just going to give the choice. Yeah, way back in 2004, 2005, 2007. So, but I haven't looked at it for ages. So I'm bringing it up now. I've got it in a weekly buy mode, and buy mode to me implies that it's in leg B right now. It should, and look at the rhythm of the weekly chart. Every time it's gone into this buy mode, well, I just did it quickly a few moments ago. It's really had a very nice move to the upside. Even if there's been big pullbacks, it's gone to that D. And what's really important about it is that it's part of the economy that obviously is the one that's working right now. So I like the fact that you're using this as both a position play and a trading play, because the trend at this particular point is still up, even though the technicals and the daily are starting to weaken. It's kind of crawling. If you can see my chart, the 9-period moving average, that black line in the daily chart on the left, it's crawling since it went above it on the 23rd of May. Even though it's pulled back, every time it's closed either on or above the line. It's not spectacular, and it's making this very wormy shape. I call it, it's like a worm on a branch of a tree. It's just kind of crawling up very casually. So I like it, and I've got it so that it should go. There should be a move in the next couple of days above 132.77, which is going to make leg D, and then I think it's a little bit vulnerable if the market remains vulnerable. But I like it on a weekly basis as a long-term position play. I'm going to put it on something to watch. I prefer to be looking at it more in the 127 to 125 area if it can pull back. But I think you've got yourself the kind of stock, I don't have to tell you because you know and you're doing it. You've got the kind of stock that has good fundamentals. From the chart, it looks like the fundamentals have improved a lot. And from the technicals, it's holding gains very nicely. Not big moves, but big enough for you. You don't need much more than the point or two.
No, that's all I need, and it also has what I call the public perception. It has that it's in play with people as far as the infrastructure, and it's no different than the VXX. I mean, its time will come. Even when it drew back to that 121, It's Vulcan Materials. Where else are you going to buy this stuff? These are things that are utilized and going to be utilized more and more. So it doesn't really matter what Trump says or anybody says. Eventually,
Right.
You need these type of companies, and massive volumes are just around the corner. I think a lot of cities and municipalities are putting off a lot of things.
So
And that's time's running out. As you know, where you live, where we live, needs repair.
Oh, everywhere, everything needs repair. So, hey, Scott, I'm real pleased that it's been working out well. I was wondering about you just the other day, but now you're calling, and I can hear things are going nicely. Keep it up. I think VMC is right in your what would be bailiwick, right in your bailiwick. There it is. So,
And a
thank
note
you.
to everybody down here in Florida: stop complaining about the heat, because if you do, God's going to make it snow. Then you're going to really complain.
Words so simple. All right. Thank you for calling, Scott. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
So,
Bye-bye.
folks, that was very good that Scott called in, because